Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Android app development for beginners. And in this video we will see how gestures works in Android. So there are some common gestures like tap, double tap, scroll, fling, long press and other gestures which can be used with our Android screen. And let's see how these gesture events work, and we will see how we can call these function to record these gestures. So first of all, I have this blank project, and in here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a long text and drag and drop here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Java folder, and in here main activity.java file, and in here first of all I'm going to add some libraries for gesture. So I'm going to add these three libraries. The library names are import android.view.motion event. First is this. Second is import android.gesture.gesture. Okay, and the third library is import static android.view.gesture.asterisk. Now once you have imported all these classes, we will implement this gesture detector interface to our class. So this is our class, which is public class main activity, which extends or inherits action bar activity, and in here we will implement implements. And what we are going to implement is one is the gesture listener. So gesture dot gesture listener, so on gesture listener. And the second we are going to add is gesture detector dot tap double tap listener. Okay, so once you add or implement these two interfaces to your class, you will be able to see some kind of squiggly red line which shows that this method or this interface has some classes or functions which are not implemented. Okay, so just click on this red bulb here. You will be able to see this red bulb, and just click here or alt enter, and in here just click the first option, which is implement methods. Okay, so click implement methods, and in here this box will show you all the method related to this gesture detector on double tab listener, which is on single tap confirm, on double tap confirm, on double tap event. So these are the three events which are included through on double tap listener, and some of the method are included through on gesture listener also, which are on down, on show press, on single tap, on scroll, on long, and on fling. These are all the gesture methods. So each method is related to one gesture. Okay, so just click OK, and you will be able to see all the gesture methods will be automatically included in your class. Okay, so these are some of the common gestures. Okay, now what we are going to do is, first of all, we will declare these variables. One is our text view variable, and other method is private gesture detector combat, which detects the gesture, and then we will declare the instance of it. For example, gesture detect. Okay, and it will show error because we need to include this library. So you just click alt enter and import the class. Okay, so now the class is imported, which is this class android.support.v4.view.gesture detector compat. Okay, this class is imported. Now we will cast this text view first in our onCreate method. And we will also create an instance of this gesture detect instance. Okay, so in here, so gesture detect is equal to new gesture detector compat, and this constructor takes two arguments, and these arguments are, if you can just see here, these arguments are the context and on gesture listener. So both we will define as this. So the context is this class itself. Okay, and once again we will use this instance, and we will set double tap listener to this gesture detect, and the context will be this for this also. Okay, now what we are going to do is let's use this text view to show the method which is called. So for example, we add or we perform some gesture, for example double tap or show press or on scroll gesture. This method or these method will be called whenever we perform any gesture on our Android screen. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to print which method is called in this text view. So just copy this text view variable from here and just go a little bit down, and for each method which is created by these gesture listener and on double tap listener, we will add one method to each one text view to each method. Okay, so text view dot set text, and inside this method, or as an argument of this set text, we will pass the name of the method simply. Okay, so we know that which method is called, and it will be printed in this text box. The same thing I'm going to do for all the method. So on double tap, so we have just added the set text method to the text view so that we can print the method called on the text view. Okay, you can even call these motion event method in your text set text view. Okay, so for example, I want to add the motion event. For this, I can just add a concatenation operator e dot toString. Okay, and this, what it's going to do is it's going to print the motion event string here. So you can add this to every method, but it's not necessary, but you can do it to get the extra information about your method which is called. Okay, same you can do for on scroll e1 and e2, and you can call e1 dot toString plus e2 dot toString. Okay, so e2 dot toString. Okay, same you can do for every method where motion event method is there. Okay, Now what we are going to do is, once we have added this text view dot set text to all these methods, we can call, or we just need to call one more method. Okay, and that method is on touch event. Okay, so go here just before the declaration of all these method related to gesture detector and gesture on double tap listener. All the methods are implemented here, so you can call this method above all these method or below all these method. It doesn't matter. I'm going to add this on touch event method above all these method which are created by on double click listener and on gesture detector. Okay, so in here, go here and just press alt insert. Okay, so just press alt plus insert, and then you will be able to see some auto generation code options, and we are going to choose override method from here. So just choose override methods, and in here there are so many methods, and the method we are searching for is on touch event. So just make sure that this filter is set here from which adjust the alphabetical order, so it will be easier to find this method. So in here you just need to scroll down, and if you don't find, just close first two categories here, and then search in the third category and search for on touch event, which is this event. Okay, so search for on touch event here and click OK, and this have created us this on touch event. And inside this on touch event, just before this return on touch event, we are going to just use our gesture detector variable or gesture detector object, which is an instance of gesture detector compat. Inside this on touch event, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this gesture detect dot on touch event, and just pass this event as an argument. Okay, and I think our code is ready, so let's run our code now. So now our app is running, and you can see there is nothing inside our text view right now, but once you scroll here or tap here or long tap here, all the method will be recorded. For example, I scroll, and you can see on scroll method is called, and you can also see the details of this motion detection, which is the coordinates here, the action performed, the time, event time, and other features which are called by this event e2string, right? So you can scroll, tap, or fling, and on fling you can see, or you can long press, or you can double click, double tap, or you can play with this gestures, and you will be able to see all the methods are called one by one on each gesture. And if you don't want to see all this extra information, just remove this e.toString, and you will just be able to see this method which is called. So I hope you understood the basic concept of gestures. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and bye.